Well, Matty, one game to go this season. You haven't tasted defeat yet.
Look, it's something I didn't really think about. I think, in terms of what we're involved with at the minute, it's bigger than kind of individuals and bigger than clubs. We have to come together collectively, and the pressure's on us this week to perform. Obviously, we were really happy last Tuesday night. I thought we performed maybe a little under where we thought we might be, but look, we still put 50 points on it, and that's the pleasing thing for us. And look, we know how good a side this Cali team is after analysing their game, but yeah, look, it would be a pleasing finish to the season if we can win the Inter-District on Sunday.
No more sessions after this one?
Nah, finally a bit break, but look, a lot of these boys have been going 11 months, and it'll be a welcome break by a lot of players. But I think we've just had a chat at the end. Everybody's enjoyed it. For me, it's been a great experience being involved in this, and the rest of the coaches. And credit to the players; they're the ones that have driven this. And it's always tough in May when you're still sevens, club rugby. But look, even tonight we've got 30 odd players there, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be involved in, and hopefully we can finish on a high on Sunday.
Looking from the sidelines, I could see that everyone, from the first session to this one, has gelled really, really quickly, and they're now all great mates.
Yeah, they are, and I think that it's always a good thing about Borders rugby. You know your opposite man, even if you're not playing against them in the league. But when you come into this, when you get, as I say, the best players in the region together, it's just different. It's got a different feel, and it's a great buzz. And as you say, the players have gelled very well, quickly. We've only had at the end of the day 3 or 4 sessions, and look, when you watch that team run at the end, you would think we've been together for 2 months. So that's the pleasing thing as coaches, how quickly they've gelled. But yourself, Borders players have just got that little edge on bits and pieces like that. So look, again, just really happy with what the boys have put in.
A few more challenges this week as well. Some are going to be missing. There's also Selkirk Sevens the day before.
Exactly, and I think that's probably the challenge to the players this week. Is the Sevens on Saturday will be testing. Melrose, Gala, teams like this have been progressing to semis and finals every week. But look, the kind of feeling is that these boys are keen to play on Sunday, and look, they'll know their sell. We'll look at picking a team, but as coaching team, we'll pick what we feel is the strongest side again. Obviously there's a few unavailabilities with bits and pieces, obviously a couple of injuries as well, so we've probably got a bit of shuffling to do, but on the whole it'll be pretty much looking at the same kind of squad that played against Edinburgh with a few inclusions in there. And look, I'm excited to give more boys an opportunity. That's what it's about, bringing players in, but it will be tough for these boys playing Saturday, but it'll see how much they want to play for the South.
Now, you've had a look at Caledonia, who beat Glasgow and the West by 58 points to 25. There was a red card, of course, which will have had a bit of an impact on the game. But clearly, the two sides that have made the final are the two sides that really have bought into the Inter-District. Not saying that Glasgow and Edinburgh haven't, but certainly out of the 4, these two have a history of trying to get the Inter-District back.
Yeah, they do. And look, I was never involved with the games back in 2017, but when Cali was a popular fixture, and they had a warm-up game against the Army, and they've had a kind of similar number of sessions to us, so they've took it very seriously, and yeah, look, they performed pretty well last weekend up in Highland, but for us it's about trying to pick little things in there that we can attack and we can go at. We've analysed it pretty thorough, especially having Chegg involved. He loves the analysis side of it, so look, we'll be ready for that, but it's the two best teams, that we've both won a game, so I think Cali they'll look to move the ball, they'll love an offload, they love playing this big expansive game, so look, we need to adapt to that and then find our strengths and really take the game to them.
A lot of National 1 players in the side up there with Caledonia. There's also like Liam Brims, ex-Falkirk, and DJ Innes from Curry as well. So they've got a few Premiership boys in there. So on paper you would think, well, this is fairly comfortable for the South. But it doesn't work like that, does it?
No, it never does. And I think that's probably what we've installed into them, is that complacency kind of set in. And I think a lot of coaches talk about that at club rugby, and I especially do that. Going week after week, you kind of just think you have to turn up and win. And look, I said it for the word go, we're in this to win it. It's great to have it back, but we set a stall out that we want to win it, and we'll be going on Sunday with that sort of attitude. And look, people might say we're taking it too seriously, but for me it's the south and the borders, it's great to have it back, and we want to kind of build our own. Even the boys are talking about cementing it back, and a lot of these boys will be back in at the end of the year. So we need to finish on a high now, and look, Cali will be tough, but I feel if we get a platform to play off our forward pack and we just fix our accuracy with our backline. I think Tuesday night we left a few tries out on the pitch here, but look, we're excited for it. There's a lot of energy, and at the end of the day, I think if we turn up and perform like we can, then hopefully we're on the right end of the result.
Cali's coaching team, Kevin Winus and Colin Sangster, of course, and they were 19-0 up against the South the last time, 6 years ago. They've had this running through their veins for 6 years. They're out for revenge.
They will be, and that's what we've talked about. They'll be definitely up for it. And as you say, we gave them a head start the last game up in Stirling. And look, we probably can't get to that stage again. I think the Premiership experience they've got, especially in Liam Brims and DJ Ennis and that centre of midfield, will really help them. Liam's a top quality player. We obviously know him quite well with Hoyk and Hawk, so he'll put them in the right positions, and they'll get field position for that. So look, we know their strengths, but it's about how we find little weaknesses in there, and we've definitely got a game plan, and we'll try and execute it and hopefully bring that inter-district back. Quite
a few of the boys have played at Braidholm. That's where the final is, and I think that's a compliment to GHA for starting all this, to get the inter-district back again. So they deserve to host it. But of course, it's effectively an away fixture for both Cali and you.
Yeah, Braidholm's, with Hoyk we've played there this season and last, and it's a great setup, it's a great pitch, great club rooms, and look, as you say, they've worked hard to get this inter-district back, and I think they've promoted the game very well, and look, there just seems to be a bit of buzz about it, which is great, especially at this time of the year. I think the backing we've had for Borders people has been great, and look, I can't thank them enough for coming down last Tuesday night. I thought the crowd, of 1,500 people on a Tuesday night was pretty special to be involved in. But GHA have really worked hard to promote this and get as many people there as possible, make it kind of a family day as well. So we just have to make sure we put a spectacle on once it comes.
Well, we can't wait for it. We're looking forward to Sunday. Good luck.
Perfect. Cheers. Thanks.